The Christian Parapsychologist Journal is 50 years old this year, and as such, we're holding an online anniversary conference for anyone interested in learning more about the interface between Christianity, parapsychology, and the paranormal, and it's going to be held on June the 28th.
We live in a day and age where there has never been more access to developing psychic or spiritual gifts. I think that these are latent human abilities.
Matthew McGuire will be speaking on Catharsis, Fotisis, Theosis, Christian Wisdom for Psychic Development.
And so my question is, what does the Christian wisdom tradition have to say about these?
Whether you actually need to be near death to have a near-death experience, that has been a very interesting question. Looking at some very recent developments within the field and related fields, for example, that regarding terminal lucidity.
Dr. Mark Fox will be speaking on half a century of NDEs.
Are they getting some stuff wrong, but are they getting other stuff spectacularly right?
There's actually an expectation in the New Testament that Christians will be talking to spirits.
Jimmy Akin will be speaking on spirit communication, a fresh appraisal.
If you read the Torah, there are condemnations of the Israelites using mediums. These texts were kind of picked up and incorporated into Christian warnings without a lot of reflection.
The birth of Jesus begins with appearances of angels, and we have the healing miracles, we have miraculous events of all kinds, ending in the final history-changing miracle of the resurrection. And many of these have parallels in the literature of psychical research.
Alan Murdie will be speaking on the gospel miracles in light of psychical research.
I'm also interested increasingly in the meaning of these things. Although the world learns more as it rolls along, or should do, it doesn't mean it was stupid before. It occurs to me that many gifted minds, inspired minds, holy people, mystics, saints, have all had an insight into greater meaning in these kind of events.
I think one of the great tragedies that's befallen the world since the beginning of the early 20th century is the rise of a scientific mindset that has no space for the spiritual or the supernatural.
Chris Romer is going to be speaking on the discernment of spirits, the problem with parapsychology.
We've lost the supernatural worldview, we've lost it in sciences, we've lost it in our society, we've lost it in our teaching and our morality, we've even lost it from the Bible. We no longer read the Bible as a supernatural record of God and the supernatural realm. But if we believe in a God who's in charge of history and who's in charge of the world, then there has to be scope for the miraculous.